Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy. It's week number 7. And we got a doubleheader tonight. First up, it's going to be the Juxtaposed Juggernauts versus Maximum Von Sydow, War Horsemen versus Malik, Chaos Renegades versus Lizardmen. This is in Division A. We got another game coming up right after this. In fact, we'll probably catch the second game as this one starts to wind down. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's just talk about this game and how it's going to play. And let's look at the standings before we get started. In Division A, currently in first place, Dead Fred's Real American Heroes. The Dark Elf team 4-1-0 is their record with 13 points. In second place, very closely behind, is Nick Satan's Cenozoic Park. A Lizardman team 4-0-1 is their record. And in third place, the Dead Poets, coached by S. Beaver, an Undead team 3-3-0 is their record. The Juxtaposed Juggernauts are going to face Maximum Von Sydow tonight. If Maximum Von Sydow can win tonight, they will advance into fourth place. Otherwise, the Juxtaposed Juggernauts are looking to unseat Maximum Von Sydow and increase their ranking all the way up into 5th. And over in Division B, in first place, wouldn't you know it, Doug the Minotaur's White Skull Windbreakers and Orc Team 5-1-0 is their record, followed closely behind by Eric's Elphitis Australis, a Wood Elf Team 4-1-0 is their record. And in third place, Mr. Yuck's Venger team? Sure, let's go with it. Mr. Yuck's Venger team, a Nurgle team 2-2-1 is their record. Boy, my computer is sluggish today, and I know why. Let's see if we can get through these games. First up, the home team, we're going to talk about the Juxtaposed Juggernauts. They're coming to a TV of 1,450,000 gold. A full 12-player roster has 3 big guys. That's what you can do with this team. You can pick up not 1, not 2, but 3 big guys. A whole bunch of human linemen. Oh, wow. I thought for sure he was full of nothing but linemen. Yeah, but he's picked up a Skaven and an Orc player as well. 1 Apothecary, 2 Dedicated Fans, 3 rerolls. He's going to be up against Maximum Von Sydow this evening. This is a Lizard team. They are coming in a TV of 1,520,000 gold. That's 70,000 gold in petty cash. Going back to the Chaos Renegades team this evening, has a full roster here as well. 11 players on the roster. 6 of the Saurus blockers, has the Crocs, and 4 skinks as well. 1 Apothecary, 12 cheerleaders, 6 assistant coaches, 3 fans, 3 rerolls. How the 2 teams going to play tonight? Well, let's take a look at the home team first. This Chaos Renegades team, you can see that War Horseman here has been grinding away at this team so far this season, trying to pick up the skills he wants. And look at Rizzo, the Rat Ogre, number 3. He is a Rat Ogre, so he has Frenzy and Mighty Blow. That's a great combo. He's picked up Block, he's picked up Claw. That is a fantastic combo. That is a kill player, and he's going to be looking to murder everyone on the pitch tonight. Claw's going to treat everybody's AV as if it's an 8+. He has the block skill to make those blocks count. He has Frenzy to get the 4-die or the 6-die blocks. And of course, he has Mighty Blow to get the +1 on the armor or the injury roll. That means not only can he take out Skinks tonight, he can take out Sauruses. He can even take out that Crocs. Rizzo is the one to look out for, a beast of a player on this roster. But he has Ferdinand, this Minotaur as well, another Mighty Blow Frenzy player. He's picked up Block on him as well. A great piece. The difference between the Rat Ogre and the Minotaur, however, is that is a point of MA for sure, but Rizzo has Animal Savagery, meaning that so long as he has a friendly next to him, he'll be able to activate every single turn. That is fantastic. Whereas Ferdinand has Unchanneled Fury. He's going to be wanting to block or blitz every single turn, otherwise he has a 50-50 shot of not tapping at all, of not activating. Grendel, the Ogre, another big guy. He's picked up Guard, great skill for a big guy here. Of course, naturally has the Mighty Blow skill, but Grendel with that Guard means he's going to be holding down the fort, probably going to be at mid-pitch. Guard means he's going to be giving the assist to maybe these other 2 big guys, maybe some of these other players with the block skill. And with that Strength of 5 means it's a very solid piece where he can hold down the fort and lend those assists. And then when he needs to take the block, when he's decided it's important to take the block, he can take the block with Grendel and risk that boneheaded roll. He has not, we're not done here. He has 4 players with block, right? He's done a really good job here of trying to get out this team. He has the Skaven player Level 4. When did he pick up this player? Yolanda, level 4 Skaven player, a blodger with extra arms. Extra arms is like the opposite of pouring rain, right? So he's going to get, instead of a -1 on all the ball handling skills, he's going to get a +1 on all the ball handling stuff. So a +1 on the pickups, a +1 on the catches, a +1 on the pass interference attempts as well. Blodge means only a pal's going to knock down Yolanda. And then, of course, he has picked up, I guess not of course, but he's picked up a kick on Ralph. This is a great pickup too. Kick, I think a lot of coaches sleep on kick. Kick is a great skill. Kick is going to reduce the scatter or the deviation, I suppose. The new rules, they go into very detailed rules as to what specifically scatter, bounce, and deviation mean. I used to call them all scatter and bounce. But anyway, it allows you to cut the deviation in half, round it down, right? So you can really focus that ball where you want it to be. Against a really fast team, maybe you kick it shallow, right? And give yourself an opportunity to apply the pressure early. Against a really slow team, maybe you kick it deep and you make it all the harder for them to get that offense rolling and trying to score. A great pickup, I think. I think Warhorseman's done a really good job here with this team. A difficult team to play. He's picked up some really key skills, and to be perfectly frank, he's going to be the team to beat tonight. He's up against this Lizard team. Lizards are a great team, but Max von Sydow here struggling to pick up the skills he needs on these players. He has 3 of the Saurus blockers with the block skill. 3 are still rookies. He picked up guard on Brewmeister Smith. He does have the Crocs who's picked up guard as well. And a lot of the points have been going into these skink runners. This is one of the difficulties with a Lizard team, is really navigating the SPP and trying to spread that SPP out to increase the value of your team. The Skinks, because they're going to be the ball carriers, because they're going to be scoring touchdowns, they tend to soak up all your SPP, and that leaves you with these rookies that are weaker than you want them to be. He has a lot. Look at 2 skink runners that are level 4. He's picked up catch on 1, sidestep on 1, defensive on 1. He has sprint, diving, tackle, and leap. I am surprised he didn't pick up sure feet on Jobert as well. He has lore, that would have been, sprint and sure feet, natural combination. He does have sidestep on Chief Justice Fargo. He has a sneaky get on Lore Santeca, so that's going to be his Fowler. But look at all the SPP, man. Like, he's going to have, if Maximum von Zito's going to win this one, he has to win it with the Skinks. He has the speed advantage with the Skinks. That's going to allow him to shoot by the defense, but it's going to be real tricky to try to keep them safe. Typically, you can do that with these strength 4 blockers, the strength 5 Crocs, but he's up against that kill piece, that Rat Ogre, right? He's up against the Ogre with guard. He's up against the Frenzy Mighty Blow player in the 3rd big guy. It is going to be really hard to keep these players on the pitch as the game goes on. If he wins it with the Skinks, but I honestly don't know how he's going to keep them safe. It's going to be a real tricky game to navigate. It's going to be a very tactical game if Malik wants to come out on top tonight. He's got to use those Skinks for every point that they're worth. And before we get into this game, that'll be the last thing I talk about here. Again, these Skinks are so expensive, right? There's a lot of money tied up in these Skinks with skills that he needs to make use of. If he doesn't make use of them, that's money that he's giving up to his opponent. Same with the cheerleaders, same with the assistant coaches. I love the cheerleaders. I love the 12 cheerleaders. I love it very much. But this is a lot of money if you're new to the game of Blood Bowl. This is a lot of money that you're spending, right? That's increasing your TV, and that means that if you're coming out ahead, you're giving that money to your opponent. Or even if you're not coming out ahead, that's still costing you, right? You're getting less money in inducements than maybe you would have if you're the underdog. And so you really need to make sure that all your money is being put to good use. So we'll see if Maximum von Sydow can get all of his money's worth out of these Skinks. If he's lucky, he'll get a cheering fans result or a brilliant coaching result as well on the kickoff table to leverage those cheerleaders and those coaches. But I'm going to stop yammering. We're going to head on over to Discord here and see if the coaches are ready to go. Looks like they are. And we're going to get into this game. First game of the doubleheader this evening. BB Nuts says strength 2 defensive always seems like an odd choice. I would bet dollars to donuts that was a random skill. Coming up at about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I love this. Eastern Daylight Time, so that's a little under an hour from now. We're going to pick up the Dead Poets versus Stairway to Nuffle game. That's S Beaver versus El Nubarino. That's going to be Undead versus Underworld. All right, Juxtaposed Juggernauts on defense to start with. Wide defensive line here has that orc right in the center defensive tackle position. All three big guys as linebackers, trying to keep them mobile against this offense. Boy, I have had a busy day, and my week is so busy. It's so busy. I mean, it's good to be busy, I suppose. Busy means you're doing stuff, you're working, you're getting stuff done. Hopefully somebody is paying you and values your efforts. Really, if you're busy with a job, that's a good thing, right? Seriously, I'm a Giraffe with the raid. 42 people. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it, Giraffe. Welcome to the stream. I have no idea why the raid thing is not triggering anymore, but I need to fix that. Thank you so very much. Welcome, Giraffe. And folks, welcome to the stream. Game one of our doubleheader tonight in the league. I don't know why that kicked off. Oh no, it is the brilliant coaching result. Malik's absolutely going to win this one. He's picked up an extra reroll here. Leet, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I mean, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. That is a squad. That is a squad. Clear skies for the game. Middling kick to the 16-yard line over in the left wide zone. Two-die block to get things started. Going to be a knockdown on last dance. This is that Renegade Orc. Breaks armor on the first block of the game. Gets a stun out of it. Two-die block on the left side of the line here will work out due to the block skill. Good KO. One-man player advantage now for Maximum Von Sydow. Two-die block on the right side will be a pal here against Adelbert Legs, the number 7 human lineman. 9+ breaks armor. BB Nuts, this new rule for BB 2024-25. You have to buy a cheerleader for every dedicated fan and every 500 TV. I mean, it's impressive. I love this. I love this. Blitz in the left wide zone. We'll get a knockdown once more, this time against Icor, the number 8 lineman. That's all the blocks and the blitz. Took the blocks before securing the ball here. Felt he was already pretty safe. Football is a game of luck mitigation. You want to take your least risky actions first and your most risky actions last, if you can at all help it. Of course, your opponent will know this and try to put you in positions where you have to take risks that maybe you don't want to take. Pulls back Chief Justice Fargo to get some protection. Gets a little protective pocket on the ball here. Father Lancaster Marin goes back as well. Laissez-faire will move up. This is going to give Jobert an opportunity to pick this ball up on a 3+. Wow, pulls back 4 players all the way near the ball. pick up on a 6. So I've been running, so because I'm a big dork, you know, I've got all my peripherals with like lights on them and stuff, you know, my keyboards and mouse and whatnot. I uninstalled all that software. Like my peripherals are mostly Razer peripherals. I uninstalled Razer Synapse because it's awful software. Anyway, I replaced the lighting software with something called Signal RGB, which seems nice, but it's really killing my computer performance. So I think I need to ditch it, which is going to make me sad. Like, it feels like it's almost like polling for devices. Turn 1 for the Juggernauts. They set up 2 columns in either wide zone. Yeah, but I'll just have to go back to the old software, I think, which means that my peripherals will just randomly disconnect every so often, I guess. 2-dive blitz in the right wide zone. Took the blitz with the Minotaur. That's a 2+ to get through. Oh no, to get through the unchanneled Fury, but rolls into double skulls here. Loner on the big guy. Is he going to spend it? He does. Got through the loner roll, gets a knockdown. Breaks armor. Gets a KO. 10v10 on the pitch now. Clavius, thank you so much for the bits. One of the Sauruses removed. And welcome to the stream. Turn 2, back to Maximum Von Sydow. 10v10 on the pitch. They have the ball on their own 14-yard line. Took the blitz with the Minotaur, but remember, Rizzo is here. Rizzo is the kill piece. Claw, mighty blow, frenzy, and block. Clavius, thank you very much for the bits. Max von Sydow looks to be setting up a cage on their own 2-yard line on the left side of the pitch. Just write my own, yeah. Yeah, just write my own, all right. That won't take me 12 months or something. Yep, there's that cage. Ball up on the 2-yard line now, on Max von Sydow's own 2-yard line on the left side. Still has his blitz. Really pulling in tight here. You have to be careful in the game of Blood Bowl. When your offense gets sort of clustered like this, you have to be careful that the defense doesn't start to encircle your offense, right? They'll start to apply pressure. When you're at mid-pitch and you spread out, the defense has to spread out to cover. Turn 2 back to the Juggernauts. They've been left with 2 blocks. One against the Crocs himself, Max von Sydow. Another with Grendel. If he takes that block, he'll end up taking it toward the end of the turn there. Shifts 2 players way back into the safety position. He's afraid of these skinks. These skinks with an MA of 8. Very, very fast. That is indeed a sprinter skink. 3 GFI or 3 rushes. Failed that skink. Here's the blitz with the Rat Ogre. And that's what we're talking about. Kill piece treats that AV as if it's 8+. Got the injury. That's 2 Sauruses down. That Rat Ogre is going to be putting in work all night. Claw, Mighty Blow, Frenzy, and Block. SP Beamer, thank you very much for the bits. All right, there's the 2-9 block with the Ogre. Gets double pals here. Looking for a 9+ with Mighty Blow. I'm sorry, that was with Ferdinand the Minotaur. Repositions the Ogre. Now starting to collapse down on this cage. It's marking the ball carrier currently with that blitzing Rat Ogre on the front left corner of the cage. Yolanda, the Blodger Skaven, is going to take the middle linebacker position. And now turn 3 back to Maximum Von Sydow. They have a massive 4 rerolls. In part thanks to their brilliant coaches. And oh no, double skulls here. Can't get through the loner roll. And that's going to be a null turn for Max Von Sydow. That's the trick. You got to be careful when you start your turn taking a block with the big guy. That is not the replay. But I enjoy seeing it again. When you start your turn with the big guy, these big guys, most big guys, the vast majority of big guys in the game of Blood Bowl have the loner skill or the loner trait, which means that if they fail a roll and you want to take a reroll on them, you have to spend the reroll first. You roll a d6 on a 4+. You can actually re-roll the die pool. Otherwise, you can't, and you've spent it. So it can be a big risk when you start the turn with the big guy because you fail that loner roll. You're gonna have a turnover, and that's gonna be it. Knocks down Jobert, the ball carrier. Doesn't break armor. The ball's gonna scatter 1 space to the left on the 2-yard line. Juggernauts now are gonna just start murdering folks. SP Beaver says, this is why you always take your rushes first. They're safe. 2-9 blitz on Chief Justice Fargo. This will be a good knockdown thanks to the block skill. 8+ breaks armor. Skinks are pretty fragile. He's cleared the balls. You're going to try for the pickup here. It's a 3+. No, he's going to mark laissez-faire. Yolanda might come in for the ball pickup. Here she comes. 2+ pickup thanks to that. Thanks to those big hands. Good recovery. Shifts back to the Juggernaut's own 2-yard line in the left wide zone. Two-die block over in the right wide zone will be a push against Ming the Merciless II. Frenzy follow-up into a knockdown. 9+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Can't remove his 3rd Saurus. Turn 4 for Max Von Sydow. They were on offense. They've just lost control of the ball. Can they recover? They're finding their team marked and in a difficult spot. Oh, I have to travel into the office tomorrow. It's going to be a busy, busy day. But the office is in a town with a pretty cool game slash comic slash toy shop. So is that cool? I don't know. It's cool to me. So I'm hoping to stop by and see what I might be able to pick up. 2-die blitz against the ball carrier Yolanda. He needed a pal here thanks to the blodge. Block and dodge means only the pal knocks down the player. Trying to set up for the surf on a future turn. Fails to stand up. Max von Sydow himself fails the boneheaded roll. He'll remain prone on the ground. Rushes King Osric over in the left wide zone to try to cover the sideline. Brewmeister Smith stands up on the bonus clock now for Maximum Boncito in this version of the game. You get 7 minutes, 30 seconds in bonus time. Each turn you have 2 minutes to play, and if you run out of time, you dip into your bonus clock. Good rush by Laura Santeca to get behind the ball carrier. Trying to apply pressure now by this offense turn defense. Doesn't want this Skaven to get by him. Laissez-faire is going to dodge out of position. Final turn of the first quarter coming up. Juxtaposed Juggernauts. They currently have the ball on their own 2-yard line on the left sideline. Two-die block on Antonius, blocked by the Rat Ogre. Frenzy follow-up gets a pal. And the ball carrier cleared. Cleared by Rizzo. Two-die block against Chief Justice Fargo will be a pal. 8+ breaks armor. The kicker, Ralph, doing the blocking. Breaks armor. Gets stun. That's a good stun. Stuns are not... Your player... Stun isn't just a lost turn, right? With very rare exceptions, like stand up or jump up rather. Doubles calls by the ogre here. He might just eat this. We'll see what happens. But this player is not only out for a turn, but it's going to cost 3. Ooh, got through the loner roll. Really wanted this to go through. Wants the 7+ to try to break armor here. Can't do it. Took a push. Oh, it's a dodge push. It's like, what's going on? Not only are they out for a turn, but it costs 3 MA to stand up. So with an MA8 player, okay, maybe not so bad. But think about, your MA6 player. Now his movement's cut in half, right? Or a dwarf. You knock down a dwarf, they have MA1, right? These knockdowns are huge. Repositions Tom Zarek. Everybody's favorite human. Takes a mark behind Brewmeister Smith. Last dance. The Orc will shift. Will pull 1 space to the left. Ferdinand, if he's going to reposition Ferdinand here, it's a 50-50 die roll. Unless he spends the blitz, but I don't know who Ferdinand can possibly get to. Ball carrier's gonna rush 2 spaces down mid-pitch. Brazenly, defiantly. The ball now 3 spaces rather. The ball in the opposing 6-yard line. 3-die blitz in the left wide zone. Gets the knockdown against Jobert. Does not break armor. Move 09, welcome to the stream. 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the bonus clock for the Juggernauts here. tries to jump over Chief Justice Fargo. Spent a reroll on that for the jump to take a mark on laissez-faire. So the Juggernauts with no rerolls remaining for the half. Also in this version of the rules, you can jump over prone players. Got through that 50-50 roll with Ferdinand. Second quarter begins now for Max von Sydow. Nate the Ranger asks, has he forgotten his two guys near his end zone? Perhaps so. One minute, 20 seconds on the clock here. No action by Max von Sydow just yet. Trying to figure out how he can recover this ball. Fails a dodge with a skink. Didn't have an opportunity to use a team reroll there because the skink has dodge. It's a free reroll. Failed the dodge. That is a null turn, and Yolanda is going to dart toward the end zone. Three plus dodge with the dodge skill. It's about an 80% chance of success, but Nuffle was having none of it. Yolanda, the Skaven, on the opposing 20-yard line, the right wide zone now. Tried to blitz with the Rat Ogre, but failed the Animal Savagery roll. This is what we were talking about in the pregame. Animal Savagery means if you have a friendly player adjacent to your player, when you make the Animal Savagery roll, if you fail the roll, you beat up on the friendly, but then you can still get to take your action. Otherwise, if you fail a roll, you lose your action. He didn't have a friendly to beat up on, and now Rizzo has not only lost his action, but he's lost his tackle zones. So long as you have a friendly player next to a piece with Animal Savagery, that piece with Animal Savagery will always take their block. And now he has to be really careful because I have to imagine Max von Sydow is going to try to surf this Rat Ogre. Sends back Tom Zarek to help protect Yolanda. Juggernauts will stall this out for at least a turn. They'll try to stall it out till turn 8. Pulls in Boris to help try to stop the surf attempt against Rizzo. And Adalbert Legs will move toward the line of scrimmage as well. Turn 6 now for Maximum von Sydow. They have 3 rerolls left for the half. And Homeworld 3 came out today. I'm excited. I'll admit, while I am very excited to play Homeworld 3, I've been loving Eiyuden Chronicles. I love Suikoden, and Eiyuden Chronicles has been absolutely wonderful. I love it so much. Three plus dodge by the sneaky get. Lower Santeca is going to move in to lend the assist against Grendel. 2-die stand-up blitz. He's going to get the POW here. He needs a massive 10 plus to break armor. So no surf attempt. This frees up Brewmeister Smith. Stand-up costs 3 MA. The blitz costs 1. He has 2 points of movement left. Doesn't move with the blitzer. Stands up the Crocs. Ming the Merciless takes a mark on Ferdinand. Now, what a dodge. That had to have been a... Oh, all right. Just going for it with Saurus. Needed a 6, didn't roll it. Turn 6 back to the Juggernauts. Juggernauts can easily stand to stall this out for another turn. Has another opportunity to save Rizzo here. Oh, wow. 3-die blitz with Rizzo. Starts the turn off with the 3-die blitz. Breaks armor, gets an injury. That's another removal. 3-man player advantage now for the Juxtaposed Juggernauts. Scary start to the turn there, though. I would have imagined he'd gone for the surf first. Done some other things. Maybe pulled Tom Zarek up with Yolanda, then would have moved Rizzo. Even if he wanted to save that for the blitz, he could have saved it toward the end of the turn and not risk that going awry. Yeah, 5 SPP on Rizzo already. Two from this game. Or not two. Two Kaz's. So 4 SPP this game. 3-die block by Laissez-Faire. Or against Laissez-Faire is going to be a dodge push. Oh, you're right. He is on the ground. My apologies. I just assumed he was standing up. You're right. There was no surf attempt. Good call. Or there was no ability to surf. Good call. Parks the Skaven ball carrier now on the 24-yard line in the right wide zone. Turn 6. Has 2.5 more turns to try to stall this out. Two-die block against Ming the Merciless. This is going to be double skulls. The Minotaur gets stunned. Have to be careful. The Minotaur only has an AV of 9 compared to other big guys. AV 10, AV 10. The Minotaur and the Radogor only, quote unquote, only have an AV of 9+. That's average armor. So you tend to expect them to be very resilient, but if they get targeted, you might find them being removed more often than you like. Two-die block by Edelbert against Ming the Merciless. Or by Ming the Merciless against Edelbert. I will pay attention at some point in this game. There are no cheerleaders for the Juggernauts. Ah, how dare you. How dare you, War Horseman. Maximum Von Sydow doing everything they can to try to apply some pressure to the ball carrier. Stand up King Osric and moving towards the ball carrier, taking the blitz. Oh, takes it from the rear. Oh no! Ah, that is the wrong position to take the blitz from. Unfortunately, Laissez-Faire is going to get knocked down here. If that were a push, the only options that Maximum Von Sydow would have had would be to push the ball into the end zone. Perhaps that's what he wanted, to give himself some extra time. He wouldn't have gotten it. There's the score. Good score by the Juggernauts. They're going to take the lead 1-0. Juggernauts set up their defense once again. Oh, Clive, he's looking for the bits. Oh, he's pulling players. Pulling players off the line. He says, you've only got one turn. Show me what you got. He's going to screen out the pitch all the way back by the end zone. He's going to pull him up to the 22-yard line. The reason you do this is you're maximizing the amount of dodges that your opponent would have to take, right? If they are going to score, that's 1 dodge, 2 dodge, 3 dodges. All 3 big guys on the line. 5 guys on the line here for Max von Sydow. They're only setting up with 7 players. They'll get another opportunity to get back to 2 KO players shortly. They're going to have 1 turn here on offense. Here's the kick. Had a kicker. He kicked it mid-kick or mid-pitch here. Max von Sydow will get 6 players. Well, 2 because 5 are marked. 2 players to move toward the ball, and then turn 8 coming up. Ball kick to the 20, just to the left of the sneaky get. Has some blocks to take on the line. We'll see if he can get them. Let's see. He's got this one. He'll get this one. A pow on Ferdinand, the right defensive end. 9+ breaks armor, doesn't get it. Like it says, so turn 7 was the ball bouncing. It doesn't end the turn. It doesn't end the turn until the opponent gets the ball. So the Juggernauts scored on turn 7, and Max von Sydow just got the ball back now. Final block on the lines of both standing. Well, it won't be the final block now. Both standing result here. Might as well spend the reroll. Double skulls. They're gonna hopefully get to stay on the pitch. That's a turnover. Can't knock down the Rat Ogre. Rizzo, turn 8 now for the Juggernauts. Stand up blitz on the right side, gets a push. Frenzy follow up here. Ooh, 1 dive follow up. Gets the knockdown, looking for a 9+. Oh, he's going to break armor as well. Only gets a stun out of it. Frenzy means when you take a block, if that block results in a push in any way, you must follow up. And if your opponent's still on their feet, you must take a second block. Fails the boneheaded roll with Grendel. That's the half. 1-0, Juggernauts in the lead. They are going to be on offense to start the second half of this game. They're going to have their full roster. Just 1 KO comes back onto the pitch for Max von Sydow, but it is a Saurus, and he needed that. Maximum von Sydow is going to be down 3 players. It'll be 11v8 on the pitch. 3-man player advantage for the Juggernauts. Both teams back up to 3 rerolls. Coming into the second half. Juggernauts in the lead. Four in the secondary. Just 1 linebacker for this defense and 3 on the line. All right, I'm turning this lighting software off. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. 6 on the line for the Juggernauts. Player asks, what's the player numbers now? It's 11v8. 3-man player advantage for the Juggernauts. Max von Sydow to kick. They do not have a kicker, so this ball will deviate wherever Nuffle wills it. Each team gets a bribe. Let's go. I want to see some fouling. Let's go. Turn 9 now for the Juggernauts. The thing is, if I could just turn the lights off, I would, except for the keyboards, because without the lights, I can't really, like, the keycaps are all double skulls. With the Rat Ogre, does he risk the reroll here? He has to get through Loner. That ball's in the hands of the Minotaur? Fails the Loner roll. Oh my goodness gracious. This is what I missed when I was turning the lights off. Okay, well, 6s always succeed. The ball is in the hands of Ferdinand the Minotaur for the time being. Minotaur on the line. Rizzo rolls double skulls, spends the reroll, fails the Loner roll, and now turn 9 back to Max von Sydow. He has an opportunity here. Takes a 2-die block on Icor, gets a push. Is it Icor or is it Icker? He has 2 assists already. He can come in with the number 4 blocker here. He has guard on the Crocs. He has guard on Brewmeister Smith. The number... can he bring a... Oh, yeah, he can bring a skink to take out number 8. $20 seconds left on the clock for Max von Sydow. Coming up at about 29. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Oh, just going to take it as a 1-die instead. Oh, boy, it's going to be a both down, but he might... Oh, I don't know. He hasn't done anything else. This is scary. He's going to re-roll it. He's looking for a POW or a defender stumbles result. He doesn't get it. It's going to be a push instead. Could have made that a 2-die. Could have made that a 2-die blitz. Now the 2-die block on Grendel. This will be a push. When you play football, you... Well, I'm going to be scoring touchdowns. But that aside, right? Like when you approach a turn, you secure the ball, right? I have the ball, or I have a plan to get the ball, and then you start thinking tactically about probabilities of your die rolls, right? So that's when you start thinking, how can I get the maximum dice on my blocks? How can I prevent my opponent from maximizing his rolls back at me, right? So you want to do these in an order that they increase in risk. That way you guarantee you get as many actions out of your players as possible. So you want to look for the 2-die block with the block skill, and then the 3-die blocks, and then the 2 dies with the block skill, and so on and so forth. Until you start getting more and more risky. But that said, you don't want to just take risks willy-nilly. You don't want to roll dice just because you can. Everything you do should have meaning, right? So if a block nets you nothing, don't take it, right? And a good example of this on teams that have the Ogre is the Ogre, right? The Ogre is Strength 5, Mighty Blow. Normally, or typically, one of the first skills you pick up is Guard. 2 die stand up with, 1 die blitz with the Crocs again. Faced with a situation here with Rizzo. Spends the reroll, he's gonna be alive! And got the KO on the Crocs. Risky blitz yet again, as we were talking about when to roll dice. But remove the Croc. Took the 1 die with that Ogre. The loner roll to get a both down result, but that works due to the block skill. Right, but the here, right? He's very difficult to knock down unless you're, barring certain skills, unless your opponent dedicates. Decide to roll dice with him. Sure, he has. And loses his tackle zones. Did you just open up a hole that destroys your entire offensive pocket or destroys your entire formation? So Ferdinand the Minotaur is inexplicably in control of this ball, which is a terrible piece to have this ball because of his unchanneled fury. So if he's blocking or blitzing, that's a 2+ Nika trait to get through. Otherwise, it's a 4+. So if he wants it to stay, if he wants it to stay in the hands of the Minotaur, he'd have to block or blitz his way down the pitch. But instead, he's going to risk the unchanneled fury roll here. It works out to get the handoff to the Skaven player. That's where he wants it. Well done. Addicted to datagrams? Well, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to Blood Bowl. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. I love this game, man. Turn 10 for Max von Sydow. After a very shallow kick went into the hands of the Minotaur. After a failed blitz attempt on the Minotaur, now the Minotaur. The number 10 Skaven player. Ben Somniac says, no minus score, no balls. So sad right now. I want to see what the animation is for the Minotaur scoring. Two-die block against the number 8 human lineman here. He's going to get a knockdown, looking for a 9+. Boy, took a 1 die against number 7, but failed the die roll. Spends a reroll. He'll get a knockdown here, but he's down to 1 reroll for the game. No, I think for the big guys, you've got to make an elaborate animation. Like, it's got to be something worth it. like he starts moonwalking or doing the Thriller dance or something. No, you got to save that for undead teams. Tried to rush here, fails the rush. Is he going to spend his final reroll on a rush? He is. Max von Sydow with no rerolls remaining. The sneaky get carrier. 8 MA. You can move an extra 2 spaces of movement. Each one's called rushing on a 2+, you have to roll a d6. On a 2+, you're good. If not, you get knocked down. Hank the Ranger graciously lowering the rush failure rate from 900% to 99%. 2-die uphill blitz on there. Needed double pals there. Didn't get it. It's going to be a push. Only a pal knocks down this blodger player, and because it was uphill, War Horseman will get to choose the results. And that's what requires that to be a double pal result for Max von Sydow. A 1 in 36 chance. Didn't work out. Takes the 1-die against the Radiker. He's going to get a knockdown here. He's hoping for a 9+. Knuckle will disallow it. Turn 10 back to the Juggernauts now. Uphill block here, I don't think it's worth it, just because it's so unlikely to work, and now you've pushed the ball carrier away to safety. He was marked by your number 13 skink that a reroll was spent to make that mark, and now that reroll is basically useless, right? Skaven player is going to pull to the right side, just outside the right wide zone. Juggernauts own their own 6-yard line. They're going to try to tie up these Sauruses because these Sauruses have an AG of 5+. They're not dodging anywhere. So if you can tie them up, you basically keep them out of the drive, save for a blitz. And if you can do that for a turn with your MA7 Skaven player, you almost guarantee a touchdown. See a block by Last Dance against Laissez-Faire. He'll need the knockdown due to the sidestep because sidestep means that Laissez-Faire almost certainly going to sidestep in the way of Ferdinand. Oh, so no surf attempt on Lord Santeca with Ferdinand. Took the blitz with the Rat Ogre instead. Doesn't get what he's looking for. Fails the unchanneled Fury roll there with the Minotaur. It's going to be a block, so it was a 2+ that he needed, but rolled a 1. And now Laissez-Faire. Oh no, he is going to dodge in. All right. Juggernauts on the bonus clock. 4 minutes, 52 seconds left. Tom Zarek's going to shift out to create this pocket for the ball carrier. Problem is the mark on do I have to call him the Nutter? Andre the Nutter. Turn 11 now for Max von Sydow. They have no rerolls remaining. Remember, both teams have a bribe still. Fouling a great way to get rid of these high armor value pieces. AV 10+ may seem like a nightmare to get through, but remember the way fouling works is you just roll a straight armor roll, right? There's no block roll. You go straight to the armor roll, and every assist you get decreases the effective armor value that you're trying, or the effective 2-hit number by 1. So here with an AV of 10, you get three assists. That's AV 7+, which is a massive difference. And Duck the Minotaur says, an orc that can get the Ironhide mutation to be claw-proof. I'm so jealous. Duck the Minotaur, of course, an orc coach this season. Doug the Minotaur, I asked him, I haven't told anyone this, I asked him before the season what song he would like the intro to be, and he said, you know what? Destroy the orcs. He said, you know what? I hate orcs. I hate them. One die block's gonna fail this die roll. Oh, that's a turnover. Oh, tough break here. Took the one die with the block skill, failed the block, and broke armor. That's a stun on number 4. It's a work propaganda. Turn 12 now for the Juggernauts. They're gonna have an opportunity to launch this ball across the line of scrimmage. There it goes. Yolanda on the opposing 10-yard line now in the right wide zone, excuse me. Three-die block over in the left wide zone will be a push. Triple pushes on laissez-faire. Sidestepping Skink. Three-die follow-up. He's gonna get the knockdown here. 8+ breaks armor. Doesn't get it. Now the 2-die in the left wide zone. This is against Lore Santeca. This is the sneaky get. He'll get pushed to the sideline. Trying to set up for a surf next turn. Two-die Tom Zarek blitz here. Trying to get some SPP on Tom Zarek. Gets a push. Fails the animal savagery roll with Rizzo. He's going to beat up on someone. Will it be Tom Zarek? No, it's going to be Andre the Nutter. He's going to be stunned, so he'll stay on the pitch. Gets the knockdown. Well done. And now a 2-die against Ming the Merciless the Second. 9+ breaks armor here with Grendel the Ogre. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter in this game. Max von Sydow on the back foot. They're down a number of players. Two good dodges to get Lore Santeca into the safety position to try to stop Yolanda, if at all possible. Try to big dodge away from Rizzo. That's not going to work out. Fourth quarter begins for the Juggernauts. Oh, I'm sorry, SP Beaver. SP Beaver asks, I guess that's animal savagery. Is it a random teammate, or does he choose for animal savagery? He chooses. It's his choice. Two-die block back to the line of scrimmage, gets a push. I'm surprised he didn't move the ball first before rolling dice. Immediately after this game, we're going to have the second game of our doubleheader this evening. It's going to be the Dead Poets versus Stairway to Nuffle. S Beaver versus El Nubarino. This is another Division A matchup. This is going to be Undead versus Underworld. There's that movement with the ball carrier. Yolanda parked on the 24-yard line in the right wide zone, and now taking his blocks as he should. Very dominant game for the Juggernauts here this evening. As we mentioned in the pregame, this is going to be a real uphill battle for the Lizard team. 2-die block on Brewmeister Smith gets a pal. See if he tries the 50-50. He does. Gets Ferdinand the Minotaur down. Bitch. All three big guys still on their feet all game long. Turn 13 now for Max von Sydow. Yeah, try to dodge blitz away. I was thinking for the bits, your timing on that couldn't have been worse. Turn 14 for the Juggernauts. Tried the dodge away with Lore Santeca. That was a 75% dodge, I would say, right? 3 plus 1 is 4. Yep. 75% chance to succeed on the dodge. That failed. And now he's going to get locked down by Ralph and Last Dance. And now the 2-die blitz with Grendel against Antonia's block. We're going to push out of this. I'm sorry, Hank the Ranger. What was that? Wait, what was that? What? Moving players trying to keep this ball carrier safe. There is really nowhere for the Lizards to go. They do have a hole right here, but really nobody to send through the hole. They have Lore Santeca, one of 2 remaining skinks on the pitch. And there's that gap covered. Turn 14 now for Max von Sydow. The entire team is behind the offense at this point. Move says foul with the Rat Ogre, established dominance. Clavius, thank you very much for the bits. Minute 29 on the clock here in turn 14 for Max von Sydow. Really nothing they can do at this point, but just pray to Nuffle and hope something works in their favor. I think Laissez-Faire has to get on their feet and be in scoring position just in case Nuffle wills it. Takes a 1-die on Grendel, gets a knockdown here. He could blitz the ball carrier. It would be terrible, but he certainly could. I don't know what else he's going to do. Oh, he's going to do it. 3+3+. Into the rush. Uphill blitz. All he'll get out of this is a push. Took the blitz before standing up his downfield Saurus. Or I'm sorry, Skink. He'll need to stand that player up. Went for the blitz, rolled a bunch of dice. Buster Gendo, welcome to this. Welcome to the stream. Turn 15 now for the Juggernauts. They have one reroll remaining this game. Pretty easy blitz choice. It'll be a 2-die on Lore Santeca. He'll get the knockdown here. He'll break armor as well, which means he'll get to stall this out for another turn. But no, he's just going to score. Juggernauts take the lead, or increase their lead 2-0. Could have stalled till turn 16 with that stun. Decided the time was now. The Juggernauts once again find themselves on defense. They'll have one turn left, while Max von Sydow will have 2 turns to go. I want to see the 2-turn with Max von Sydow. I want to see the full squad out here cheering for Max von Sydow. Clive says the old 12 on the pitch strategy. He'll pull one off eventually. He'll pull one off when the game doesn't let him set up. So once again, it'll be a 3-man player advantage for the Juggernauts. $17 seconds left on the clock for the Juggernauts. Probably just, doesn't realize there's 12. He's going to pull off one of the block players. He said, no, you stay on the pitch. We'll see who goes away. It's going to be Yolanda, this gaming player. Says, there's no reason to risk you. I'm going to take you off the pitch. I think that's fair enough. He's going to leave just 1 down the left wide zone. All right. Max von Sydow to set up their offense here in turn 15. 5 on the line. The defense has 3 spread wide. They have 4 linebackers, and then 4 defensive backs. Yeah. If you're over when the clock runs out, it just auto decides for you to set up a legal formation. I don't know either how it decides to do that. And that holds true for any part of the illegal formation. So if you have too many in a wide zone or not enough on the line, it will automatically set it up for you so that it's legal. All 3 skinks back to receive. Here's the kick. Deep kick, I imagine. Yeah, deep kick here for the Juggernauts. Max von Sydow is going to get an extra reroll. Why? Because he has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assistant coaches. There they are. all hanging out by the head coach. 2-9 block on the left defensive end here will be a knockdown. Ball kicked to the 16-yard line. See if Max von Sydow can get on the board here in 2 turns. 2-9 block on the right defensive end. This is a knockdown as well. Walla the Ballista. Takes a punch to the nose. Blocks and blitz all spent here for Max von Sydow. Good ball pick up by Laura Santeca. Tries to pass the ball, but that's a 4+. In this version of the rules, there's a new passing stat. Doesn't use the edge stat. Fails the pass. That's a turnover. Turn 16 for the Juggernauts. Yeah, I really want to see them cheer as well. Alas, not going to happen after the failed pass here. After this game ends, we'll head over to the second game of the evening. Sydow blitz against Ming the Merciless. He's the right defensive tackle. He's going to be knocked down. 9+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. That's it. That's all he had was a blitz. Really nothing else for the Juggernauts to do here except run away. Just keep your players safe. You've taken your blitz. You don't want to give up blocks to the opponent. Shifting a player to the right. I think he's going to set up his own cheering squad. Turn 16 for Max von Sydow. They have a blitz. They have a pass for some SPP as well, and that will be the game. Juxtaposed Juggernauts are going to win this one 2-0. And with this win, the Juxtaposed Juggernauts are going to advance into 5th place in Division A. T-Live blitz on Grendel, double pal. Two both downs, but he'll get the knockdown due to the block skill. Is he going to try the foul? Is he going to try the foul on Grendel? He'll get 2 assists. It'll be 3-1 if he does. Three plus pickup. Tries to pass. Fails the pass. That's the game. Juggernauts win this one 2-0. Congratulations to War Horsemen. That was a tough matchup for Malik. Just against a really heavily skilled team, and just didn't have the skill he needed. Didn't have the skill in his players that he needed to go up against this Renegades team. The Juggernauts are going to advance into 5th place. Coming up in just a second, we're going to head on over to the Dead Poets versus Stairway to Nuffle game. The Dead Poets S Beavers team and Undead team 3-3-0 is their record. They're up against Stairway to Nuffle, looking to pick up their second win of the competition. If they can get it, they will advance all the way up into 4th place here in week 7. There's 9 weeks in regular play in this competition before they cut the top 4. The top 2 teams of each division